Closed captioning for Valley Spotlight is provided by Home Plate Media.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Good morning and Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to Valley Spotlight on this Sunday.
We are jumping into the new year quite literally this morning.
Yeah.
Aaliyah.
Hello.
Hi, Aaliyah.
Hi, Aaliyah.
Hi, guys.
She's a friend of ours from all these different chapters of our life, Michael.
I guess so.
And now-
I'm meeting her for the first time.
Right, and now we get to find out a little bit of where you started. Aaliyah was with us at number 1 Cochrane, and she works with Steel Light.
Yes.
Here we are. Extreme Air, Michael. Have you
You're-
ever jumped so high in your life?
I do have good hang time. I don't like to brag, and Aaliyah can probably vouch for that, right?
I didn't see it yet. We'll have to jump after.
Okay.
Happy New Year, sis. Tell us
Happy
about
New Year.
Extreme Air and why you like it so much, and
Yeah.
why everybody at home, if you have not been here yet, this is like a big deal,
coolest
right?
place.
It is.
Yeah, Extreme Air is seriously the coolest place. Kids of all ages come here, literally 2-year-olds, all the way to high school, college. Even when I was in college, I was still jumping here. So it's a place for everyone.
What do you
It's really
think,
fun.
Michael? Can
think
parents
it's
hang out
awesome.
here too?
Yeah, I think we could. I saw a massage chair. That's perfect for me.
Lots.
I would
That's a
think
perk.
this time of year, Aaliyah, is like bonkers.
Yeah.
This place.
For sure. Between snow days, kids being on break, you know, there's a bunch of weekend events going on here, birthday parties.
Right.
So it's really the best place to be during the holidays.
And we do have to say, when we're looking at for safe things and making sure that we want to keep our kids active and still staying with them,
Yeah.
like this really is a safe environment to do that. And I think that, the cleanliness and all that stuff that you're paying attention to as a parent,
Yeah.
the first thing I noticed.
Absolutely.
So we're
For
so
sure.
glad to be here. Thank you for inviting us. And coming this year, we're going to be telling some more kid fun, awesome sports stories thanks to our new partnership with Extreme Air.
So exciting.
It is
Lots of
exciting.
big stuff planned. So
Join us on the perfect day.
Yes.
This is our big countdown day where we take the top stories of the year and then we put them in reverse order and play them one more time.
And we're starting right here at the Eastwood Mall complex. Have you
Perfect.
ever heard of Dave & Buster's?
I have. I love it there.
Yeah, if you didn't get all your energy out at this place, that place has a little bit going for it too. So it opened this year and we were there for the grand opening, actually a little bit before, and we take it through. We'll show you. This is number 7 on our countdown in top 25.
So we are a restaurant and we are entertainment, entertainment, if you will.
Uh-huh.
We sell fun here. There really was a Dave and a Buster. So they were 2 different gentlemen. Dave and Buster had 2 different businesses across the parking lot from each other. One of them loved food and drink, one of them loved games, and they actually met in a courtroom and decided, hey, why don't we combine our 2 things? So they did that. It's for everybody. Like I said, we sell fun here. So you can come and watch your favorite sporting event at our 40-foot wow wall. You can come and we can host a private event for you. We have interactive private booths that we call social bays. We have 2 interactive dartboards and we have 1 interactive shuffleboard. You have a private server, you get food, you get drink, you have fun. We also have the Midway, again behind me, with about 100 games, so you can come and you can play games. We have our Win, which is our prize wall, so the games that you play, you get tickets for, and the power cards we have hold our tickets, and you can redeem them in the Midway for prizes.
Very cool.
We have an amazing smashed brekkie burger. It's got a egg on the top of it oozing down. We have a hot honey that we put on there. It's got bacon. It's absolutely delicious. And we have some great appetizers. Our cheese planks are unreal. You would think it's just a cheese stick. It is not. It is a cheese plank. It is the ooeyest cheese that you can imagine. I eat one every day. every day. I call them my emotional support cheese sticks. We have a line of drinks.
Give me one or two that you think are really great.
Yeah, absolutely. So my favorite is actually the Dangerous Waters. It's a bright blue color. It looks really fun. And we also had a Perfect Pink Rita, which is a dragon fruit flavored margarita. So if you want to do a kid's birthday party, do you have a bachelorette party that we're doing? Or are you just out to have fun with your friends? The possibilities are endless. It's really a premier restaurant and entertainment destination. And I'm from the area. I've lived here my whole life, and I've been very eager for this to come. So when I saw that it was coming to the area, I knew I had to work here. I knew I had to be a part of it. So I'm very excited. You can watch all of your favorite sporting events. I'm going to have everything, all of the pay-per-view, the UFC fights. We're going to do it all here. So it's going to give everyone, when you get that itch in the middle of the winter and you're not sure what to do with yourself, you come here and you can do it all under one roof.
Well, Michael, from one giant game to another big game.
Here we go, our Nintendo Switch 2.
Absolutely.
Hottest thing out there, right?
Absolutely. I can't believe I was able to get a hold of that.
Me either. Brian for Brightspeed back with us as we say hello to 2026, and we're saying hello to our big winner, too.
Absolutely. Brian Berkey.
Let's bring him in.
Yay!
Brian and Ethan, here you
Brian.
go, guys.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Have you been waiting for that one a little bit, buddy?
Did you know you were going to get this? Wow. No
Yeah.
need for Santa to bring this. We got it right here, you know?
I hear he's a big gamer.
That's what I heard,
He's
too.
excited.
Absolutely. And also,
I hear you with
Brightspeed
everything.
customers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was super excited to hear Brian is a Brightspeed customer.
Thank
you
you
for being a customer, Brian.
Well, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being a part of our show, and thank you for all the wonderful stories from our wonderful world of Warren. It
That's
is
right.
what's bright, right, Michael?
That is correct.
It's very
What's your
bright.
game, Ethan? What do you play?
I play Fortnite shooting games.
Fortnite and shooting games. And what's the golden one called?
I don't know.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Well, he's got Nintendo One. Maybe put that on the market, because now you got a brand new one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excited.
Congratulations, Ethan.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Brian.
Absolutely.
We'll see more great stories, and a big countdown continues in 2025 out here at Extreme Air. You guys gonna jump? Let's jump out. Ready? 1, 3, 2, and 1, and
all right. Here we go.
jump. All right.
Slow internet was such a trigger for me. But with ultra-fast Brightspeed fiber internet, look at all this speed.
Ultra-fast, Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side. ESPN Mahoning Valley 94.7 FM and 1330 AM. Sports, talk, music, and more for the Valley.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In the Mahoning Valley, I work with Kelly Warren. She guarantees to sell your home at a price and a deadline you agree to, or she'll buy it. She can also give you an instant cash offer. Go to kellysoldit.com and find out how Kelly and her team can start working for you.
I don't know about you, but mine's bigger.
I think might be right, but mine's tasty.
I don't think so.
I win. Look at this.
Yep.
Hey, welcome back to our top 7 show for 2025.
I think he was practicing in the car on the way over here. His best,
Doing
like
my-
Casey.
Right? The countdown? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Can you believe we've been doing this how many years, Michael?
8
It's a long time.
in
So
a
many
row.
stories.
I know.
This is our number 7.
This is number 7, and we saw a lot of celebrities this year. We had Sean
We
Cassidy.
did.
We had Tony Danza, and we had Jacob Latessa.
Boom.
Number 6 coming your way right now.
Amazing.
There he goes again, Jacob Latessa, pumping up the crowd and doing what he loves.
Sometimes, I don't believe, the reaction I get. I'll, walk in a festival and people already know that I'm coming. It's, crazy.
No, it's not a scheduled performance, just Jacob, with his mom at his side, bringing the music and shooting the video. They're doing what they call a pop-up performance, something that just came to him one day.
So I had this idea, I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I want to go in the festival and bring like a speaker and just walk in there and like start performing. And he thought I was a little crazy. I had like this crazy outfit on and stuff.
It is crazy, but that's the fun of it. And the crowd loves it.
So I walked in there with a speaker and my outfit and I started performing and singing. And the turnout there was amazing. And I started getting messages on social media because I posted it. And they're like, come here, come to this place, come to this location. So ever since then, I've been doing pop-ups at like all different festivals and fairs and restaurants and stores. It's just been like this big movement.
The movement includes longer sets with more songs, invites around the valley to pop up other places, even a billboard on 224.
The first time I went past it, I was super scared because I know the face was like real big. So we were going up the road. I'm like, oh, please, I hope it's good. And then I was really surprised how good it came out.
Has it generated any buzz?
Yeah, a lot of people messaged me from it and like told me to come to weddings and sports events, and I've been getting a lot of messages.
Yeah.
So when I do these pop-ups, I'm more of like a performer than a singer. Like I don't think of myself as like a opera singer. Like my main talent is the performing and the singing together with the dancing. The dancing is like the best part though.
Well, if it's dancing that's the best part, I need to do it. So Jacob taught me one of his go-to dances. He calls it karma.
3, 2, 1. There we go.
All right, well, work at it. All right, okay, I need some work. I know it. But Jacob will continue on. More pop-ups, more shows. Now he has his own concerts. He has a little vocal training, but it's more about the fun than anything else.
Well, for now, like, I do it to make people happy. Like, seeing everyone's reaction, like, it's amazing. Like, and I love to inspire others. That's another reason why I'm doing it. Sometimes, like, I don't believe, like, the reaction I get. Like, I'll, like, walk into a festival and people already know that I'm coming. It's, like, crazy. Because sometimes I post where I'm going to be, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I, like, surprise people. But there'll be, like, no one standing where I'm at. Like, it'll be, like, an empty space. And right when I start doing the first song, like, people will start running over and, like, making, like, a big circle around me. It's, like, insane.
Yeah.
When I do these pop-ups, my main goal is to like inspire others to like not be afraid. Like I don't want people to be afraid to achieve their goals. Like just go for it. Like life is short and like you can do whatever you put your mind to. So I just inspire us to never be afraid.
He's still going.
I know he is. Did you see
New billboards?
The new billboard on 224. I drive past it a lot.
The Christmas display. I'm sure it's down by now.
Probably.
Wow. He's a busy man.
Yes, as he should be. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're jumping around here and you're like, you know what? I think I could be a ninja.
Right. I can climb things faster than anybody. Then we had the place for you. Right. It was our number 5 story for this past year.
Congratulations.
Ninja Nation in Boardman.
When I first saw it, I thought I wasn't be able to do anything. Then I started like trying stuff, and I could do like mostly all this stuff right now.
6-year-old Evelyn Leonard is like a lot of people, I bet. When they first walk into Ninja Nation in Boardman, it looks a little intimidating, but a whole lot of fun.
So it's really fun seeing their face when they walk in for the first time.
because it's so different than anything that's been here before. So they walk in and they're, big eyes and excited and ready to get out there.
Just like the hit TV show, American Ninja Warrior, the goal is to get through the obstacle course. Only this place has several instead of one, and you can do them in any order you like and as much as you want. Kyle and Samantha Leonard were intrigued when they heard about the possibility of bringing one of these businesses here.
I've been into coaching high school sports for a long time and involved with my kids in youth sports. And I just felt like this was a really great opportunity to do something that was not sport specific, but got kids back out and playing and moving in some fun fitness and exercise. So
we're both into fitness and being healthy and active, and there was certainly a lack for that for children in our area. Besides just a trampoline park, so we wanted to bring something a little different.
It's different, all right. The nearest Ninja Nation to us is in North Carolina. Former Ninja Warrior Jeff Britton designed the concept, and once you agree, his company builds it from there.
they fly out a team and they spent 6 weeks here with us, building out everything that you see in the facility.
Course after course, activity after activity. The favorites are the warped wall. There are 3 heights to try to run up. And the swoosh ladder, where you slide down and either jump on the pad below or try to fly and catch the next part of the course.
You don't really get backed up on obstacles around here, because if a kid gets bored or waiting in a line, they just go jump onto the next thing. And you have kids run around playing tag, or and our staff is very interactive with the kids as they're here on the floor.
So my goal for the summer was just to get across the trapeze bars. And I think I got that. So I should maybe set my goals a little higher.
My friend, when she said, could you do this stuff? And I was like, yeah. And she said, and she didn't think I would too, but then she said, can you do some stuff? I want to see how to do it. And I did all the stuff that she asked me, and I tried to help her. I felt like that it was gonna help me get stronger, and that it was also just gonna help me with a lot of things like football and stuff.
Good for high school athletes and adults that love team building. Ninja Nation is fun for everybody. It's even fun to just watch. But I had to at least give it a try. Okay, maybe not my best effort against a 9-year-old.
I mean, you think it's going to be a little easier than it is, because you see these kids just buzzing around, and then you get up there and realize you're not as strong as you were when you were 7 years old.
That's right. And you're a little bit heavier too, it turns out. But that's the beauty of Ninja Nation. There are no judges. Keep trying and have fun. And if things go well here, we may see more of these popping up around town.
Yeah, we're certainly open to expand and, put more out there. Just see how the response is and what the need is and what we can do.
The kids were better than I was. But I have a whole new year to get better at it if I want to, if I choose.
You're looking really good in this new year. You got fresh hair.
Well, yeah, I did.
Yeah, it looks good.
I've decided just to cut all the gray ones out. It's a whole new thing. Nobody's ever thought of that. Yeah.
See where we are at the end of 2026.
Right,
We won't have any air left.
All right, break time. When we come back, our top 5 stories plus...
Well, this is part of one of them. But how about the fact that it was online and it was a social media reel and it went crazy?
Sensation. After this break. Your eyes are 2 of the most important parts of your body, so it's best to take care of them. Optical Solutions in the Austintown Plaza offers comprehensive eye exams, medical eye care, LASIK and cataract evaluation, and more. Contact lenses in all types, plus eyewear from budget to designer frames. Optical Solutions is your complete eye care destination. Covered by most insurance carriers, contact Optical Solutions today to make your appointment. 330-797-8780.
Valley News and Valley People. Restaurants, concerts, things to see. family fun, computer classes, outdoor hikes, and history. Winter sports or hibernation. Shoot some hoops or fry some bacon. It's all online, just look and see. Metro Monthly, just for me.
All right, back here at Extreme Air. If you're coming into the Eastwood Mall complex, it's tucked behind the At-Home store.
Yes, it
Open
is.
Tuesday through Sunday.
But once you
Same
get
for
here,
Boardman.
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You know what else is amazing?
What?
When people follow their dreams, okay?
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it even more when it happens later in life. We posted a reel on social media of Carl and Julie and his dad.
Perfect.
And this is why.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness, Carl and Julie, when they say they've got something up their sleeve here.
Literally up our sleeves.
Up the sleeve, down a little bit from the farm. Look at what's greeting you every day now.
Right? This is my dad's project that he wanted us to tell you about.
Yes,
He was been working on it since October. He got the baby peeps, grew them all winter in a greenhouse, and now he got them outside on pasture here. They got lakefront property. Literally.
I think Fred wants to build a condo like right there. We hang out with the chickens and he and Jack could have a good time. But you know, it is kind of Mother's Day season, right?
Yeah.
We're airing on one of the Mother's Days, so happy Mother's Day if you are a mommy out there. And if you're a mommy who is thinking about chickens, Carl, what are the things that you want people to know?
Well,
they're a lot of work.
A lot of work. They eat a lot.
Yes.
But they'll give you some eggs. There you go. The fruit of their labor is what we all love.
Right, they haven't gone through and picked these up yet. So is this like a daily thing out
Every
here?
day, Dad comes down. This is his thing. I don't know too much about it, but I know he has them in the mornings. He has them penned up. Then in the afternoon, he opens the gate, and then they all go out on the pasture and hang out, and then he'll come and collect the eggs. Usually around 1, 2 o'clock.
That's amazing.
And so then we get a fresh batch of eggs every day. Every day. We've got 200 hens here laying eggs.
So that means if people are up at the store, you don't have to come down here and get your eggs. I would think that they're conveniently located inside a cooler.
Exactly. They're not even in. They're on non-refrigerator. We don't wash them or anything right now.
Okay, that's also a good tip for people, right?
Right on the counter. So
how long does an egg last if it has come straight from a farm and you haven't washed it yet?
They will last weeks and weeks out non-washed.
That's a huge savings for people right there. As long as you know it and you're getting it from a place like this, it's a win-win. But let's say your mom isn't the lady who wants the chickens and just wants the fresh eggs and maybe something really beautiful. Oh gosh, the hanging baskets, the different types of plants that you guys have.
The tropical selections, they're just gorgeous tropicals. The hanging baskets, the planters that are already done, they're just full bloom. For Mother's Day, you know, they're ready to go. You don't have to worry. We're here. You can grab Mom a dozen eggs, and
you're like the kid of the year.
Yeah, and you can make her the omelet too.
See, now you're thinking.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking. He's gonna go home and make melon omelet real quick. And Rita too. So, Carl, thank you.
Well, thanks for
They're
coming
located right here, just in Canfield, and the market is open here always. But you guys are gonna have those satellite locations.
Satellite locations opening up soon.
We love it, Carl.
All right. Thanks for
you.
coming out.
I can see why that was a viral success.
21,000 people.
Yeah.
Watch.
Times. It might be one person. 21,000 times.
Could be my dad.
I can't get it to click. Well, you've clicked it 1,000 times.
No, he likes to send all the reels and I know he's very good at it. All right, where are we going next? Oh, this is a good one. This is all you, Bubba.
Yeah, we came up with some superstitions and traditions when buying and selling your house around the world. And who better to talk about it than Kelly Warren?
Big views on this one for you guys. Nice job.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight. Home advantage in the house.
Yes.
Right?
We're here.
Have you been to Sweet Melissa? You would go to the other location.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hard not to be a big fan of this wonderful food. Even that little darn little thing. Get out of here. All right.
We're talking about...
This one is emailing all of these...
home superstitions.
Things. Yes.
And before we get to it, what's the one about the pennies or whatever I heard?
So that one is
for prosperity. Pennies on your windowsill, just to,
On the inside, probably.
inside the house. Pennies on the windowsill. It's an Irish tradition for prosperity.
Okay. See, we're going to come with all these traditions and superstitions.
Okay, I cannot wait to hear what you guys have come up with.
Buying a home. Let's start there. What do we got? Let's start with, what's the first one? Russia?
Well, all kinds of different cultures have different things that they do or want to do or not do. Numbers are big in the Asian culture.
I saw that.
So 4s are bad.
Fours are bad.
4s are bad.
Buy a house
4s are bad.
4.
Yeah.
And on the other side, 8s are good.
Right.
You can get an address with all kinds of 8s in it. You're going to have good luck. So
about
when
that?
you're buying a house, that might be something to consider. In the Christian tradition, going on with numbers, the number 7 is like a number of blessing and completion.
Right.
You can buy a home with an address with a 7 in it.
You're in good shape.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I didn't know about any of these when I was buying my house, because then I would be even more stressed.
Kelly will tell you, if you're in Russia and you have a cat,
okay,
it's a good thing, right?
Yes, cats are good.
You send your cat in before you in the new house, kind of blesses the house.
Yeah. When we bought our house, though, our cat was not interested.
Had nothing to
She was afraid.
Yeah.
Maybe that was
come around to it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She likes it now.
Maybe she's Russian. Maybe you should have brought her first. Maybe that's where you went wrong. All right, let's talk.
Oh, and then closing dates are a big deal.
Oh, yes. The day of the week that you close makes a difference in certain cultures. So Thursday is a day where you are lucky, where you close and buy on a Thursday. It's going to bring you luck.
In which culture?
The Asian cultures.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Friday is a day that you wanted to avoid. So
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Close on Thursday, then you can take a long weekend and move.
Got it. See, that's thoughtful.
Yeah.
All right, so we're selling our home. Is it St. Christopher?
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph. St. Christopher finds things.
Yeah.
I got it. All right, so go ahead. St. Joseph.
This one we see in a lot of different cultures, and obviously with being a saint, it's a Catholic thing, but to bury the St. Joseph statue, there's a whole...
Upside down or no?
Upside down,
Okay.
and in a certain spot, and you have to retrieve it after you sell the house.
Yeah.
Yes, you've got to retrieve it.
That works for you,
And
right?
you have to say the novena with it. So,
Oh,
and then
God,
I even
that's a lot
found
of
a
work.
little realtor prayer that goes with it. So I like to, as my people are doing their part, I do my part too.
Yeah, just double up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just all the angles. That's how we move real estate, and it doesn't matter how, but like we're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so I bought the home and I want to change it.
Yeah.
I should wait a beat, right?
Yeah, some people feel that way, that you should give it the time first.
'Cause the house-
not go make the renovations immediately.
Uh-huh. So the house accepts me and my changes?
Yes.
A little bit more?
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said about that. I don't know why I feel that way. I've never.
Speaking of coins, what's the one where you put coins like under things?
Yes, in the foundation when you're building, or if you're renovating like underneath the carpet or whatever, again, to bring good luck and prosperity. So
They must have buried a lot of coins under this place.
yeah, we'll take lots of luck anywhere we could take it. We'll just buy all the things and do all the things.
Lauren thought there was a whole treasure at her other house. She could never find it. Never find it.
I thought about that the other day when we were at Fred's grandma's house, for real. I thought that there was money buried in my walls.
What
The people
about,
that bought that house in Boardman?
And then let's do this last couple.
Okay.
Tuesday is bad to renovate.
Yes,
Start.
for renovations.
Okay.
It's an unlucky day. Yes.
And then what are they doing in England?
In England, that was the waiting to renovate. So
Okay.
we kind of already talked about that, accepting the changes before you make the changes.
All right.
And then the hammering at certain times of the day. Like you want to start early in the morning. You don't want to be hammering after dark.
You know, anger the gods.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's a good
Okay.
tip too.
It's also a good tip.
Don't hammering at night.
Hammering
Yeah,
and
you don't want to anger the neighbors either.
Right.
Yeah.
Good point. All right, there you go.
That's really good stuff, you guys. We didn't even rehearse this at all. Can you tell?
Yeah, probably could.
You can absolutely tell.
Okay.
Let's see here. We are going to a place called Nothing Bundt Cake. Have you heard of this one?
Wait, right down the street. Special cake.
What?
I'll just let you see it.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I like that so much.
Way to go,
I'm
England.
enjoying that.
Russia and all your other countries.
You know who else has been a huge blessing, I think, and like honestly, I'm going to say a little bit of a surprise. Sometimes we have
Great
things
addition
that,
to
right, he's been a wonderful addition. We were not sure legal advice.
You never know how someone's brain is going to translate to television, and Matt Oness has done a fantastic job.
Absolutely, and he is so good at it that he's navigating a topic that I know is still one that people are talking about.
Yep.
And so if you're watching this news story, here's a breakdown, right?
Right.
Yep. It is our best of the year episode, and Matt, I think we've navigated so many great topics with you and your team this year. So cheers, happy holidays.
The year down.
Valley Kitchen, also congratulations to almost a year in business, early this coming spring, but it's been great having you guys here.
Yeah, it's been great.
And being able to ask the questions that I think that the community is asking, especially on a best of the year, and I know that this sounds a little bit strange to bring it this way, but to be able to have a voice of reason through times that have been a little bit tumultuous in our community, you have done that for us.
All right.
So thank you. And I have to ask, when it comes to Ursuline and when it comes to the diocese, and we see more headlines and it's confusing and it's like a lot of push-pull.
Yeah.
So where do we stand now? Because it's like we're all scratching our heads as to what's this conversation looking like?
Well, they're still at the very early stage of kind of fleshing out who's involved, who's not involved, who's going to be a party in the case. Whenever you get into a lawsuit, you've got plaintiffs, defendants, and you have to kind of figure out who's going to be named, right? And once you get past that, you really get into what is really, unfortunately, the most expensive part of all litigation. That's what's called discovery. It's exactly what it sounds like.
So
discovering facts.
Were they trying to avoid that? Or
Well,
like
initially-
sidestep it kind of?
initially,
Is that not the right word?
Well, you've heard some things where they're filing what are called motions to dismiss.
Right.
And so what that is, yes, that's a defendant's attempt to get rid of the case right now. So let's end the case. It can be in full or in total or in part, right? So let's end part of the case. Let's end the entire case. You end the entire case, you end the entire case. But then if you don't, yeah, it's weird, right?
Mhm.
That's what we get paid to do, unfortunately. So the discovery phase, though, is let's say you get past that and it's going to go forward. That's where you're fact gathering, which means you get to ask questions to the other side. I want documents, emails. In today's world, the biggest expense you run into, Warren, is what's called ESI, electronically stored information. Everyone has a cell phone. Everyone has a laptop. Everyone has a computer, social media. All of that is then subject to what's called discovery, requesting, I want all your emails. You have to be very careful in this world when you get into a fight now to make sure you protect all that, because you have to save all of it. And what happens if you go through your text messages and you delete text messages?
Oh, right.
Or Facebook. You go on social media, you scrub your social media accounts. If you are involved in a lawsuit, that can be brought to the court's attention.
Oh, that you did that?
You did that, and they can
Oh
say,
no,
you
I
did
didn't
that.
even think about that.
Yes, that can
I
be
didn't
brought.
even think about that. Like if you did that?
Yeah, if they
Oh,
prove,
no.
if they prove that you were anticipated the lawsuit or were in the lawsuit and you go and destroy your materials,
Oh, gosh.
that goes to the court. The court can sanction you. It's a very serious thing. So that's where we're going with these lawsuits now, is we're getting past that initial phase, filings in courts, back and forth. When they get to that discovery phase, that's when the facts are gathered in large numbers.
Matt, thank you for being able to handle and navigate difficult topics from the start to the middle and to the end of life. And I feel like this middle right now, I think our community is extremely strong, and we will get through this.
We'll get through it.
We've got wonderful neighbors and family and friends who I know are still praying and hoping for the best outcome for everyone.
Yes.
So thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Where are we going to see you next year? I didn't even call Jenny yet.
I guess we'll have to figure it out.
I have to call her.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay, tell everybody we said hi. All right.
Absolutely.
We have such a legacy, created such a legacy here in the Valley, and we're very well respected by numerous manufacturers in the industry. We're a leader in our industry, and I want to continue that. We want to continue that, and we want to take it to the next level. Whatever that level may be, we're ready for it.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
History is like a window into the past. In my History Press trilogy, Lost Youngstown, Historic Theaters of Youngstown, and Hidden History of Youngstown and the Mahoning Valley, learn little-known facts and interesting tales from our storied past. All three are available at Barnes & Noble, fine local retailers, and Amazon.com.
We're back here at Extreme Air, open at 2 o'clock at the Eastwood Mall location, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and Boardman.
Do they have icy hot when you walk out?
Yeah, and Tylenol for your sore muscles.
A kiosk right out there when you're like walking out.
I know.
Heating pads, all that stuff.
We're down to our top 3. This is number 3 out of 2025.
This is one of those ones that I was driving past it and I was like, story!
It just hits you sometimes.
And there is a reason why it was a great story and 22,000 other people agreed.
Let's see.
Sometimes the greatest joys in life come in the smallest of packages, or in this case, the smallest of places.
It is very cozy, very homey. It kind of feels like Grandma's house.
But this isn't Grandma's house. This is Alyssa and her mother Francine's dream come true. Just a few square feet of bliss.
You come in and I want you to have that feeling when you look around and you see the fresh bread and you see the candles and some of our home decor and a lot of other products. But yeah, it makes me feel like Grandma's home when I walk in.
You know what? The things that we've created together. A lot of the stuff that we do, we've done together. The artistic part, I'm a painter and an artist. Alyssa, she is too, but she has a different spin on it than I do.
This is the Pantry, located just a few steps away from Alyssa's home in Brookfield, off bustling Route 7. The concept, at first glance, might seem simple, but the road to get here was anything but. Alyssa's education and background in merchandising and marketing led her away from home and then right back again.
So I went to school for merchandising and I went through, I had other businesses where we had a storefront, we had an online store. So this just made more sense to me. It's also more profitable because I feel like obviously you have an overhead at a brick and mortar, and the online stores, you gotta put so much work into it. I mean, you're constant. I feel like I was always on my computer. I was always on my laptop, and you still have to pay for your website and XYZ. So it seemed like a good idea.
And just a week after opening their doors to local artists and bakers and painters and creators, and now to the public, the idea has been an undeniable success. It's a self-serve spot to pick up specialty items for gifts or relaxation, decor, and so much more depending on the day.
We've only been open a week. This is our second week, and within that first week, it has been so busy, very consistent. Some people are buying, some are just curious, which I love that too, because then they know what we have and they'll come back when they're ready. But it has been a really good week. And then we just had Mother's Day yesterday, which was awesome. Big crowd came in and was buying gifts for their mothers and grandmothers and sisters. And yeah, it's been really great.
The pantry is monitored by cameras to make sure everything is on the up and up. It's easy to make a purchase digitally or through their payment box. A notebook tells the story of who comes and goes.
Well, they're always like, oh, what's this? And then when I hop on the cameras, just to, sometimes I like to peek. And they're like, oh, they're smelling candles. They're like, how cute is this? Look at this wreath. So it's been a very positive feedback experience so far.
And for this creative and spirited mother and daughter team of entrepreneurs, the biggest win of all is succeeding together. For Francine, who is still a full-time hairdresser, retirement doesn't mean quitting. If anything, it's just the beginning for a beautiful future.
And eventually, I probably someday down the road, not right now, but someday down the road, I'd like to retire and then do this. I mean, how fun would that be? And me and Alyssa have talked about growing our own flower gardens and doing stuff like that. So she's got plenty of property here,
And my son-in-law, he's a doll. He lets us do whatever we want.
That makes sense. Totally makes sense.
I think we're congratulating them on a new baby, obviously, since we taped this story. But to the ladies at the pantry, I hope that the season has been good to you.
And a great 2026 coming up, I hope.
Speaking of more babies on the way.
We're number 2.
Yeah, this is our number 2 story of 2025. And Kat, we just got to catch up with her a little bit just this past week, and she too is expecting a new baby.
What is going on?
This one, my goodness.
How many people?
28,000 people, Kat, took a look at this one. Thank you to Steel Light for making it possible, right?
If you missed it, here it is.
If you haven't visited the V&O station in downtown Youngstown, you are in for a real treat.
So this is the V&O station. It's an old railroad depot. It's a huge one. And it's actually been in my husband's family for years, since I think 2002. But he and I purchased it in 2023, officially. So, and we were drawn to, I mean, I'm not from Youngstown. I'm from east of Columbus. I moved up here for work, met him, and also fell in love with this place.
Love brought this historic place back to life.
Where can you find this anywhere else?
The station was built in 1905 and operated as a passenger station until 1971, when the B&O yielded passenger train service to Amtrak. It was later a passenger station for Amtrak through the 1990s and early 2000s. As you can imagine, the historic structure needed work, and lots of it.
So we have been really blessed to have some help here recently with an ARP grant. So we've got a new roof, like a slate roof, which is pretty cool.
The roof was just the start. The windows, the chimney, the HVAC, and the parking lot. All of it is now updated thanks to the young couple's own monetary investment, compounded by grant money.
This time next year, with the park getting like a facelift as well, it's gonna be a really special place, a really special wedding venue, venues for, retirement parties, birthday parties. We also have a boxcar lounge, which is the first building you come to. We often rent that out for graduation parties. Right now it's open, I think, for the next 3 months on Thursday nights.
And we chose the perfect Thursday night to visit. A few times a year, Kat and Eric open the B&O station for a sampling of sorts. It's a chance for their wedding couples to sample their fresh and innovative menu, plus the public is invited too.
We do offer like all the menus. We have brunch, lunch, dinner. We have hand platters to go for graduation parties. We do full service, so we offer like a staff if you're looking for that off-site, or of course on-site. We'd love to host here as well.
Here is really something quite special, and if you can't make it to one of their seasonal dining events, follow the B&O station on Facebook. They are also home to a seasonal art show which focuses on Youngstown-based artists. It's the perfect place to blend history, food, art, and of course, celebrations that stem from love.
Wow. Congratulations for a number of reasons.
So pretty, amazing stuff.
Good
and
work.
Of course, thank you to Steel Light. We don't have Steel Light. We have a paper plate from Ron.
Have they started their paper plate line yet?
But John, this is something to think about in the future. You know what I mean? Something that looks like a paper plate.
Picnic wear, John. Just think about it. All right. When we come back,
poor people, right?
The number 1 story for 2025.
Oh, this is so it. And we have our Gault giveaway winner.
There you go.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I used to blame spotty Wi-Fi for my trolling, but now with Brightspeed fiber internet, I have reliable Wi-Fi in all my favorite places. Oh, soulmates!
Ultra-reliable Brightspeed fiber internet. Switch to the bright side.
Safety is our top priority at Barina's Automotive Center when we're taking care of your vehicle. We invest in the latest equipment to service the newest makes and models and keep our team's education up to date on the latest skills and techniques. At Barina's, we provide a free digital vehicle safety inspection so you can actually see what we see and understand our recommendations. Barina's Automotive Center on Robbins Avenue in Niles. Call 330-652-AUTO today and get your car back on the road safe and sound.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Chicken parm tonight.
Valley's favorite.
Hey, mine's authentic. Mine's cheesier.
Mine's famous.
Yeah.
We're chicken to farm and so much more.
Valley News and Valley People. Restaurants, concerts, things to see. Family fun, computer classes, outdoor hikes and history. Winter sports or hibernation. Shoot some hoops or fry some bacon. It's all online, just look and see. Metro Monthly, just for me.
All right, one last segment here on Valley Spotlight for 2025, even though it's 2026. You went to East Liverpool.
Can you believe it?
You're still smiling, glowing. You
I
can just
made
tell.
it back from East Liverpool. For those of you who maybe have not followed our career all that closely, I had to go to East Liverpool a lot. It was always for really bad news, and they were not nice to me.
But this time, I bet they were. When you bring a furnace with you.
The greatest moment, and I just want to hug this story with everything I've got, and I want to hug the Gaults for giving us the chance to do this.
Yep, congratulations, Holly. Let's take a look.
Out of thousands of stories and countless people, one story about one person jumped out as the winner of the Gault Furnace giveaway.
Honestly, my aunt had called me from work and she told me that she had seen a post about a free furnace giveaway, and she told me that she entered me. And I said, okay, well, can we enter more than one? She said it's worth a try, so I went and entered myself too. But here to come to find out, it was her nomination that actually won me the furnace.
That one person is Holly. She's from East Liverpool, Ohio.
I honestly didn't think I was going to win. I never win anything, so that made it even more surreal.
Take me through what the nomination form said and why.
Honestly, I don't know.
More on that in just a moment. But first, on the day that brand new Lennox furnace was installed, well,
Don't forget it's her birthday. Mom, don't.
it's your birthday?
Yes.
Today's your birthday?
Yes.
Talk about a birthday gift, right? It doesn't get much better than that, right? Well, maybe, but only because this furnace will finally give this single mom a little peace of mind.
I've been without a furnace for 2 years. So I have been heating with, the little electrical furnaces. And I've been trying to save up for a furnace, but, things happen. I'm a single mom, so it's just me taking care of my daughter. So life was life, and I just didn't get the money saved up. Then she entered me in the contest, and here we are.
2 years of using space heaters and prayers to keep them warm.
I was worried about, a fire, because, my house is old. So I was worried about fire starting in the house with the furnaces. I mean, not the furnaces, but, the electrical heaters being on. So now that furnace is in, it's just a peace of mind. I don't have to worry about waking up to a fire or smelling a fire. It's just a peace of mind. I really appreciate you guys.
But those 2 years, well, they don't compare to the years that get us to this incredibly momentous birthday. Birthdays around here are a very big deal.
I have maybe about 8 to 10 steps in my house. I walked up my steps, I come back down, and I couldn't breathe. So at that point, I knew something's up. I had to go get checked out. And then I went to the hospital, and
she was lightheaded that night.
Yep. It's I go in, and
Dr.
from
Burnett,
there, we was being life-flighted.
Dr. Burnett saved my baby at the emergency room.
January 19th, 2026, Holly will celebrate 10 years in remission after a near fatal experience fighting back from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. She looked back on Christmas 10 years ago. Her story is one that will never be forgotten.
There's a lot I don't remember. We have a big family Christmas. We usually do the 24th and then the 25th. And at this time, Ariana was 3.
Mm-hmm. She was 3.
So my little girl was only 3 at the time. So everybody held off until I came home, and then we had our big family
So she's been
Christmas.
in remission for 10 years, January 19th.
And the warmth and the spirit that fills the room, well, it was here before the Gault team walked in the door.
Don't give up. Don't give up. You got to keep fighting. Because when I felt like I wanted to give up, I just had to keep going. There's a lot to live for. And God is very good.
And the thermostat, well, now that's good too.
You guys are amazing, and thank you very much. And you guys keep doing what you're doing too.
Congratulations. Thank you again to the Gault family. So nice. Best giveaway in town. Period.
Agreed. And happy birthday, Holly. Continue to keep on. I know. She's just incredible.
All right, time for number one.
I don't even have the words. The fact that this is our number one story, and you guys know how closely I work with this team, they have nothing to do with each other, which is a huge thing for me to say. I couldn't be prouder of him.
Shocking in this town would be about pizza. All right, here you go. The number one story for 2025.
At Risi Pizzeria and Italian Cuisine in Canfield, the pizza, the sandwiches, the everything on the menu might very well be the best thing you've ever tasted.
That's really what it's all about. That's the food brings people together.
And yet, after seeing this story, it might be the very last thing on your mind. You see, Joe Risi, the owner who never stops learning or improving or caring, was once a very long way from here. He was in his early 20s, he was a business owner, a husband and a father, and he was out of control.
I used to say, one with the bottom of the barrel. I was one with the bottom of the barrel.
Drugs and alcohol were at the center of that barrel.
One thing led to another. I think it was less than a year we were done. We had to shut down the door. I had to leave town. I was in a bad way, really bad way. Got a job working for a local company, not food related. And the one manager there was a pastor, and he would pull me aside and talk to me all the time. And I'm like, okay, man, yeah, whatever. He was younger than me. I didn't give him that much credence.
Joe's poor decisions continued, and he lost that job too.
I was really in a bad place mentally, spiritually. I was broke and started doing some more drugs, and I ended up losing my job there. Should have went to jail, should have went to prison. But the owners of that company, they got together and they talked with my brother and they said, hey, tell him if he goes to a recovery program, and particularly Teen Challenge, that we won't press charges. I didn't want to go to jail.
The only problem was that Teen Challenge was in Michigan. Joe was in so much trouble with the law that he had to stay local.
They sent me to the rescue mission in Newcastle, and they had a program there called True Life Men's Ministry, and that's where I ended up staying. I was only supposed to stay for the 10 months, then get a job, and go back, integrate back into society.
He had lost everything at this point: his business, his family, his reputation, and what could have felt like a 10-month prison sentence turned into a 4-year experience that was freeing, to say the very least.
The day that my program was over, I remember talking to the pastor and saying, hey, today's my 10th month. I'm not in a hurry to leave. I'm not trying to run out of here. Just letting you know. And he looked at me and he said, that's crazy. And I said, why? And he says, because the guy who runs the kitchen just quit. And he says, you don't have to do this as a full-time job, but if you're interested, maybe help us out for the meantime, if you want to run the kitchen. And so I got to work there at the mission in Newcastle and run the kitchen there. And it was an amazing time of my life. It really was.
Today, we see Joe in a different kitchen, his kitchen, surrounded by the family he almost lost and the family he and his wife, Amy, have built over the last 2 decades.
Lots of love, lots of love. When my wife and I got married, we had 6 boys. And so it was a lot of yelling and boy stuff. Dinner time was crazy, but love was, it was huge. The kids love each other today. They still get together when we still get together and everybody's there. It's like they're 12 years old again. And
Joe's team is full of family and people who now feel like family. The brand and the pizza that started with his food truck now has a firm foundation in Canfield.
I'm amazed at the staff that I have. Some of them some of them were here when we purchased all the equipment and everything. They're fantastic. My family has stepped in, and I have a lot of my sons working here. And then we have other staff members too that have come on, people that I've known for years. Just how the process has been an amazing walk. It's just been like it's ordained.
And as you marvel at Joe's practically perfect food, never forget the path it took to get here. Sometimes we all need to take a moment to marvel at the imperfections too.
People would never know.
No, it's you know, I look at it like the building. If you drove by that building, it's drab, nothing spectacular, not a lot of, you know, it's just not a beautiful building. But it's like a clamshell. You see a clamshell, it's like, oh, that's pretty, but not really. They're kind of ugly, they're drab colors. But if you crack it open and you have a pearl inside, how much worth is that pearl? And that, what was going on inside that rescue mission, when you got people that are busted. And by the same token, you form that pearl by a little grain of sand that gets in there and irritates that clam. And it's all those irritations in your life that if you allow them to, if you just give up, if you just surrender and you just legitimately give up control and just watch what can happen in the right circumstances with the right leading, what can happen in your life. It could be an amazing life.
So how many thousands of people watch that?
On just our
33?
Facebook page, something 33, 38, 30 something crazy, thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah.
And guess what? His Youngstown style pizza is the #2 pizza for the Youngstown Pizza Reviews.
I saw that. I saw that.
Couldn't be, it's just a great story.
All right, typically on this part of the show, we pitch it to the retro-mercial and end it, but I want you to make sure you watch those credits because we want to thank all those people that you see during the retro-mercial are really, really important to the show. We're running out of time.
Every
We
single
can't mention every single one of them, but they're all super fantastic and support your local businesses and people.
Thank you so much for making Valley Spotlight possible. We are thrilled to be here in 2026. So many great things coming thanks to Steelite, thanks to Kelly Warren and Associates, KWGD, and Julie's Farm Market.
All of them. They're going to be all on the list, so we
right.
don't even have to worry about it.
And Brightspeed. Brian just left, so. Yeah. Hey, and Michael, thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
See you Ron, thank you.
Thank you, Ron. On Valley Spotlight.
Brad, thank you. Svina, thank you. Where'd you go?
You're welcome.
Sorry. Happy New Year, Michael. All right.
Hope we're going to a New Year's Eve party.
I'd prefer an office party.
I want to go to a school Christmas party.
McDonald's Chicken McNuggets 20-pack, the life of any holiday party.
How do I look?
Delicious. Golden brown is your color.
Whoopee! Let's go to a sleigh ride party.
It's a good time, full of great taste.
Parties. That's all you 20-packs ever think of.
Of McDonald's.
Time for McDonald's gift certificates. $1 each or a book of 5 for $5.
WFMJ, Youngstown.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.